More unidentified object had been shot down in the airspace over the United States and Canada in the past few days. The incident raised many questions over the essence of these flying objects, or who might be behind sending them to the sky. According to the White House, the United States has not yet been able to identify the recent down objects. However, they were not assessed as a threat to people on the ground.
We do not assess that these most recent objects posed any direct threat to people on the ground, and we are laser focused on confirming their nature and purpose, including through intensive efforts to collect debris in the remote locations where they have fallen.
U.S. fighter jets shot down an octagonal object over Lake Huron. It was the fourth flying object to be shot down over North America since the U.S. accused China of sending a surveillance balloon over its lands. On the other hand, China said it does not have any information on the flying objects, adding that U.S. high-altitude balloons had flown over its airspace more than 10 times yesteryear and without permission. These accusations have been refuted by the White House later on.
As for the other so-called unidentified flying objects that you mentioned, I have no understanding of this. If we have no obvious proof, then we shouldn't be making irresponsible remarks. We are also resolutely opposed to spouting lies to smear China. The illegal intrusion of airspace of other countries by U.S. balloons is also commonplace. Just since last year, the U.S.'s high-altitude balloons illegally entered Chinese airspace more than 10 times without the approval of the relevant Chinese authorities.
We are not flying surveillance balloons over China. I'm not aware of any other craft that we're flying over into Chinese airspace.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is expected to meet with top Chinese diplomat Wang Yi at the Munich Security Conference, which would be their first face-to-face talks. Blinken had postponed his visit to Beijing following the balloon saga that defeated relations between the two countries.